Hello. How we doing today? And hi, Lapras, and have a good lurk, Captain. Appreciate it. Let's see who's winning on our poll so far. Oh, we've got a split. We'll see. If there is a tie, I did not think ahead about how I would deal with that, because I am the most prepared ever all the time. So I probably will just flip a coin. I think I have a coin in my drawer here, perhaps. I think I do. I can flip a physical coin that you won't be able to see. Yeah, that's a mood, Lapras. I'm not feeling great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hi, Grim. Stretching. Oh, my neck just popped. That was delicious. But yeah, I started tearing up carpet in the room that I'm turning into my studio yesterday, and there's water damage. And fun fact about me is that I'm allergic to mold and mildew and also dust. So cleaning things is great and really helpful, especially when you find something that was way grosser than you expected it to be. So I'm not feeling very well. Sippy now. Say something nice about myself. I feel like I probably have something good to say and my brain just won't poop it out because I was thinking about something earlier. Something nice about myself. Let's see. I like how creative I am. How about that? Oh, you got back to work, so that's good. And it makes sense that you're tired because you walk there and back mostly, don't you? Getting back to doing that. I was thinking last night actually about a TikTok reel, short, whatever you want to call it, that I want to do about how to, what's the right word? Nurture creativity in a digital age. So I think I'll stick with, I enjoy the fact that I'm creative and that I know how to nurture my own creativity as the positive there. Because I was thinking about that like a lot last night when I couldn't sleep. Which is fun because, so like I was saying yesterday, I did the, I tore up some carpet. I found some water damage that has clearly been an issue for a while that we didn't notice. But I was planning to tear out the carpet in the whole room, and I ended up not doing that. I ended up just tearing up the spots where it was clear that there had been water damage, just so that it wasn't still holding the wet up against everything else, because it was actively damp when I pulled stuff. So the baseboards were wet, and so that's gross. But because I was planning to do the whole room, I had like a Red Bull right at the start of my day. And then I ran into something that I'm allergic to and makes me feel really grody. So I then took antihistamines. Fun fact, antihistamines are the antihistamine I take specifically, which is Benadryl, has a very similar drowsy effect to marijuana. So I basically took a downer and an upper within an hour of each other. So yesterday was a weird day, man. My brain was doing things. And I'm still feeling that a little bit today, not gonna lie. So I'm like super sore and I have a little bit of a fever and it's super fun and great and I love it. Oh yay, you guys broke the tie so I don't need to worry about it. Thank you, I appreciate you. It looks like we gotta do Polywhirl. Probably, unless there's an upset in the last like minute. But yeah, so that was my day yesterday. And I had like on my to-do list, I had some math that I had to do for my Advent book project because I posted this on socials this last week. Sunday. It was on Sunday. I finished the last page of the Advent book, so it's time to start doing the binding and the cover, which involves some math because I need to figure out how far apart each of the pages needs to be when there's a pack of Pokemon cards in each pocket. So I need to see how thick they are together. And this is going to be a thickums book, you guys. But I needed to do more math for that than I actually ended up doing yesterday because my brain was just not cooperating. Oh, yeah, that's frustrating, Lapras. I'm so bad with schedule changes. It makes my brain stop working even worse than normal. Yeah, that sounds like a hell of a day, honestly. Hopefully that gets easier now that you know what you need to do. You can get back into the new rhythm, right? I hope that goes well. Ooh, nice, Grim. That's exciting. I totally forgot that Labor Day was coming up. Like, I know that September's here, but my brain just really did not combine those two facts. All right, Poliwhirl it is. Did I spell Poliwhirl wrong? Is it with an I? I don't remember. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, the kids are the good part, right, Lapras? I am on my pencil, yes. So I occasionally get Poliwhirl and Poliwrath confused, but Poliwrath is the one who looks like it's angry because you gave it a water stone. That's how I remember it. Is it with an I? Gosh dang it. I'm so bad at spelling. It doesn't help that my laptop is struggling with streaming software, so the second I start up Stream and start trying to type a poll, it falls on its ass and won't type properly. And I remember that there's little stick legs and he has boots. Doesn't he have boots? I kind of want to do a funny pose for this just because it's a relatively simple Pokemon. I feel like he has boots. I know he has gloves. He's got weird little stick body parts. And he has Mario gloves, but he's making fists. What is that thumb doing? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. I do at least remember that the thumb goes on the inside of the body. And then you just kind of have a big circle in the middle that's trying to hypnotize you. Just whoop, like that. He's just a dude. Yes, this is from memory. Sorry, I probably should specify that better. Hey, Cody! And yes, it is. I'm trying to remember things, and it's not going great. How are you doing, Cody? I think I know he doesn't have a mouth, because it always weirded me out. But he does have little nostrils up there. Maybe he doesn't have boots. Maybe he just has those silly little flop feet. Like that. Yeah, that feels better. I think I was thinking of Tangela. Tangela has boots. I'm trying to draw gloves is something. Yeah, both Lapras and Cody I know from another streamer who does Pokemon, who has his own command, as a matter of fact. Boop. Eventually I'll run out of Pokemon to draw. Probably not anytime soon, though. I kind of want to make him doing a weird pose just to make this a little more interesting. I'm thinking of, there's this really specific little drawing that I have saved from Tumblr that's a cat spreading its toes out and it says asserts dominance at the bottom, and that's kind of what I'm getting from this pose. So I think I want to change his legs a little bit and like I'm making the poses. You guys can't see that. I don't know why I'm trying to. So I want like his hands to be like out like this. And I want his legs to be like this. So that he looks especially silly. You did, I want you to do that. Like, he wants to throw down. I can't make him look too angry or he'll look like Poliwrath, but I think his eye circles continue. I don't think it's like a weird frog. So that's how I used to draw frogs, with just like the eyes on top. I have made those vastly different sizes. Let's try that again. I think that's a little bit better. Sorry, I'm drawing like another one over top of the other one, which probably looks really confusing and weird right now. I know what's going on. Kind of. Ish. Then I think... ooh, that is in a bad position. I think like right there. Then he has another circle. So let's, this looks so funny. I'm in love with this already. Although it is like really uneven and weird. That wasn't the button I meant to push. I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and I'm gonna use symmetry. Yes, that is what I want. That is what I want. Okay. So let's no. Just want to get this like even a little bit symmetrical here. Those are too close together now. Okay. I promise I know what I'm doing some days. Not always, but I think part of it is just that I didn't center it on the page properly, the circle. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so let's do that. Make our circle on the other layer. Like so. Like so. Then we can do this. And we can have that go away. Wow, that's a disaster. It's fine. It's fine. Not really. Okay, Grim, thank you. Be safe, I guess, and I appreciate the lurk. Well, yeah, that's fair, Lapras. Sorry, I got really focused and just like ignored you guys for a while there. Me vaguely trying to do things correctly. Yikes. Okay, like that. That's better. I'm happier with that. So let's finish up these guys here. Make his little stick arms. And honestly, Lapras, part of the point of these is that they look bad. Which is why I try not to stress out about it. I was gonna say I don't stress out about it, but that's just a lie. Okay, I remember the gloves have like This arm is too far over. It's gonna cut off. Ugh. Do it like that. Remember the gloves have like those little Mario Mickey Mouse cuffs on them? This arm needs to move too. There we go. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's not going to do anything. But I think one of the things about art in general, and maybe life as a whole, is that sometimes doing things that are really fun make you look stupid. And you just kind of got to accept it. Because like having fun is more important than looking stupid. You're going to end up looking stupid about something anyway, like no matter how hard you try to avoid it. So you might as well pick something you enjoy. So if you think it would be fun, just do it. Hashtag just do it. Okay. It would be really funny to give him big calves, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, and then I think I decided that he just has those weird floppy feet. Like that. Because I'm pretty sure his feet are blue. Right? Again, this is a running theme with the drawing the Pokemon. I don't pay attention to Pokemon feet, I guess. Which is maybe good. I don't know. It just is a thing. I think he has like the black eyes and then a shine spot in the middle. I think it's like that. Which way does the swirl go? There's something I don't know. That looks awful. Did I change the... I probably did change the stabilization on this. I did. I usually have it up in the 40s. Let's try this again. I think it starts here, then goes like that. That's awful. I might as well not spend like a super huge amount of time trying to get it right here, because I'm going to need to do that when I do the inking anyway. I think eye needs to move a little up. Oh, that's on a different layer. That's right. I remember now. So, no, because you're nothing. You're nothing. Why did I push that? I'm just... That's what I meant. Goodness gracious. My brain does not function today. Or ever, if we're being honest. Let's see here. Hey Cassandora, how you doing? Yeah, this is my approximation of Poliwhirl. I wouldn't call it good. I would call it there. Okay. Let's do this. I just wanted him to be doing a fun pose. Oh yeah, how's it going? I don't know much about it, which I'm sure shocks you. Help if I did things like in order, vaguely. I think that his hands aren't the same size, but I also think I don't care that much. Man, my dad got me a Steam Deck for my birthday, and the world of possibilities it has opened for me. Because before I was just playing, I have a Switch, right? Which is also a gift for that matter. So I was kind of stuck in what games I could play, because I won't play things on my laptop. The only thing I've played on my laptop in recent memory is Sticky Business, and that's because my brain latched onto it like an orphaned duckling, and I could not stop thinking about it. But I realized that because I have the Steam Deck, I can now play things that I haven't been able to play in ages. For instance, the Nancy Drew games. And I am going to go insane. I'm going to play all of the Nancy Drew games. I'm going to spend so much money on it, and you're never going to see me again because I'm a mystery bitch. That's just how life goes. Love me a good mystery game. Holding Coordination, Crown Cable, Leonard Nimoy. Good. Leonard Nimoy should have shot more people. He deserved it. I trust Leonard Nimoy to dish out punishment, if I'm being honest. Okay. Now we need a circle, please. Is that even vaguely centered? Maybe? Okay, fair. As a person, I would trust Leonard Nimoy. Like, if he showed up and said that I needed to die, I'd just be like, okay, sir. Okay, this is the hard part, everybody. We're gonna do it, though. We're gonna commit. Ooh, that was bad. We're gonna do it again. Ooh. Struggling sounds. Okay, that's... It looks like it was hand-drawn, which is fine. It's a relatively simple Pokemon design, but it looks so bad. Oh, it's a Decepticon. Okay, fair. Okay, colors. He's blue, but it's like kind of a on the purpley edge desaturated blue. Kind of like there, I think. Switch to this, please. Maybe that's too dark. There. Yeah, I like that better. I mean, it's true. I stand by it. Although he's not here anymore, so... I don't know. Leonard Nimoy was just a really cool person in general, I think. I did, the first book I really read this year was a behind-the-scenes Star Trek novel, basically, that was about the filming of Star Trek. And it's so funny to look at that and compare it to where everything ended up, because like Leonard Nimoy was very, very influential on the character and got very involved in the character creation and the lore creation for Spock, and in a way that a lot of the other actors didn't. But Leonard Nimoy actually almost walked off the project at one point because of the ears. They took so long to get him into makeup, too, every day. I don't know, it was just interesting to see the thought that he had put into his character, because he did a lot of, like, not exactly essays, but he did a lot of like writing about how he viewed the character and stuff like that. And they included some of that in the book. I don't think that Star Trek would have been as successful as it was without Leonard Nimoy, honestly. I really think that he was very much a linchpin of that franchise because of how much thought he put into it. Okay, I know that really it's like a pure white on Polly, but I don't like doing pure white. So we're gonna go out with a little bit of kind of like an eggshell cream look here. And I'm going to draw an even worse circle than I did before. Yeah, so I mostly have watched the original series, which is the original TV show. I do own all the original Star Trek movies, but I haven't watched all of them. I bought the collection when the new Wrath of Khan came out because I wanted to be able to compare the two, and that's when I stopped watching the new movies. I do think that Chris Pine is a cool individual and a good actor, but I do not like the way they did the franchise with the newer movies. It very much, I think, lost a lot of the soul, if you will, of the original series. And tried to turn it into, like, I don't know, Indiana Jones. To make it mesh with newer artists, or newer viewers, I mean. My brain, man. I told you, I wasn't feeling good today. Did I make that a new layer? I did. Good. I'm so smart. You can't really tell the difference probably, but I am making that cream. I think I'll change the background color and maybe do some weird water effect on the background just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't like them, just to be clear. I don't want anybody to take it that way. I'm saying I personally don't like them or how they treated a franchise that I really care about. Which I think they're fine movies. I just don't think that they're a match with Star Trek. And also, J.J. Abrams has straight up said multiple times that he hates the Star Trek franchise. He never got it. It was too smart for him. Those were his words. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You didn't get it. And I can tell. Because a lot of the original series, which I don't know where they're available online anymore. They were on Netflix for a while, but now I'm not sure. Because I think Paramount Plus bought them or something. Bought the rights. Yeah, exactly, Cassandora. I don't know. I will never forgive J.J. Abrams for what he did to Star Trek. Yeah, exactly, Lapras. That's exactly what I mean. It's like, it's a fine movie. It's not something I would personally go and see just because action adventure kind of isn't my bag for the most part. But they're not Star Trek. Okay. Is that it? I guess. Let's mess with the background a little bit. Not that color. Let's start there. Water. No, I want organic. That's what I want. I think. No? There's some thing that has elements. Yes, that's what I wanted. No, I should have put the white part on a different layer. That's fine. Whatever. There you go. That ends up looking more like marble, I think, than water, but again, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna spell the name right on this when I sign it. Okay. Am I spelling that right? Fuck if I know. It's that kind of day. Does it have an H? Yes. Okay. From memory. Today is the 28th, 29th. I'm just gonna add the little joke in here. If I can spell, I really cannot think about anything spelling related right now. I mean, I'm never good at spelling. But is that right? Do I know how to spell? A little bit. Okay. This is maybe the dumbest thing I've ever drawn, but it was fun. Okay, I'm going to pull up the image now. This rounds. Oh, come on, honey. Where did you send me? What the heck? What are you doing? Okay. Sure. Just sent me like way deep into the OBS file center instead of sending me to where I wanted to go to pull up this image of this Pokemon. I started the swirl in the right spot. Oh my god, I'm so smart. I made his legs too long. And I guess I made the blue a little bit too purple, but I started the swirl in the right spot, you guys. I'm so smart. I think the official art looks like he's asking you for Foot Gummy, and I think mine looks like he's about to steal the Foot Gummy. You know what? It probably is closer to the Polyrath blue. He does have really long legs, though. I think that's mildly disturbing, but in a fun and exciting way. Okay, on to the watermelon. That's our next step here. So the image that I have to replace the Pokemon is just called Mud, because the first one that I did and pulled up on stream was Mudbray. And I just haven't changed the name, but it's so funny just to click Mud. If anybody else tried to figure out what the heck was going on with my layers, nobody would. They don't make any sense to anybody but me. It's funny to me. Okay, watermelon. So I think the thing that I'm really focused on with this reference picture in particular is how good the lines are between the slices. So you've got some nice, really straight lines. So I want to kind of work with a more simplified look that goes with the flat surfaces is my thinking. I don't know if what I said makes any sense at all. Again, if anybody tried to decipher what's going on in my head, they would have no clue what's going on here. I never fear people being able to read my mind because I can't even tell what's going on in there half the time. So yeah, just get ready to get full hit by the banana phone song and me repeatedly thinking little rat hands. That's, yeah, that doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. But anyway, things and stuff. So I think I'm going to do just like a basic sketch from the image here, and then I'm going to do something that doesn't involve line art. That's my plan. Because I just kind of want to do like big flat colors and then play with that. Because we have such good lines going on. Lines, lines, lines. So I'm just going to get like the basic line shapes down, and then I'll do the details based off of just looking, I guess is what I mean. But I kind of want to do, I don't know what the right word for the movement is, but that kind of like brain, please. But there's this kind of like not actually a 60s style, but what people think 60s style was. So like new retro kind of, where it's like flat specific colors that kind of look like collage. I kind of want to do something like that. Welcome back, Leprous. So, oh, I wanted more lines there. I'm being silly. I wanted to know where that line was on these. Okay. Yeah. I just made that. My brain no worky. It's fine. So I want to do some pretty intense colors, I think. I do want this to be more in the pinky realm, kind of like that. So I'm going to make another layer just to have my color palette up here, because that's just going to make my life easier. Green we want. Yeah, me either, man. I'm just... Hey. Okay, we also want probably a pretty strong orangey brown for the cutting board. I think I'm just gonna do like gray for the background up top. Actually, I'll probably change the background color to a gray, like there probably. We want a yellow creamy kind of color for the seeds. What else? I guess we do want a lighter color for the rind area. So like there's a green white. Let's get pink white. Like that. Okay. do I know what I'm doing? Probably not, but that's fine. I think we are going to break the original purpose of doing these though, because I do think that the best way to get what I'm going for is to use the airbrush. So just pretend like I never said anything. This is fine. Nothing weird is happening. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's on the wrong layer. I already know. There we go. Okay. So we're just gonna do like some big slaps of color here. This color is so bright. So we're gonna... What the... Okay. Do some big slabs of color. We will start with the pink and then work our way across. Because yeah, I think big bright colors are the thing this year. I'm feeling it. I was gonna say this month, but like, let's be honest. It's this year. It's either something cool is going on that you want bright colors for, or something shitty is going on and you want to be distracted by bright colors. That's kind of how this year is going. I think, anyway. And maybe I am like bright colors too. Just kind of intense and not for everybody. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. I guess we do want to fill that in too. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so for most of the green, it's just going to be, well, it should be just like a line on the bottom, but I'm going to push that a bit because it's my art and I get to do what I want. So there. Oh my god, that's hilarious, Lapras. It's like, she's so dead that she can't even keep her sunglasses on. Mood, girl. I do love the Fall Guys color palettes. I don't play that because things that required me to react in a certain amount of time stress me the fuck out, but it is fun to watch because of all the bright colors and the cool costumes. You have a spot. And I did that on the same layer, which means I can do that and fill that in right there. All right. Yeah, I'm not a competitive person either. I come from a very competitive family, and I don't like it. I just want us all to work together to win. Okay, let's get this lighter green and do the rind bits. Do I want to do it on top of that or on bottom of that? I think bottom. You probably are, Lapras. That is actually a joke that happens in my family a lot. Okay. Do this, and I will add some of the white pink on that too. Yeah. Whenever I say that my parents are really competitive, or would, my mom and dad would start arguing about who was the most competitive. A common joke. I can't get that line the way that I want it. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember the name of the game that I played with my brother, but he has a co-op board game that I played with him and one of his friends. And I definitely like the co-op thing better, and I'm glad that that's become more of a, I don't know, a readily available style of game, because it definitely did not used to be like that. What was the name of that game? I don't know. It had to do with eldritch horrors, and you were trying to not let everybody get eaten by whatever evil thing was coming out. I don't remember. I don't remember. I was not sober when this event took place, so. Okay, let's add some pink, but let's do a softer airbrush for that. Like, I see what I did there. Do this, then do that. Don't like that either. Never mind. Yeah, like I remember what the box looks like, but that doesn't really help. There, that's better. I like that. Okay. Maybe I don't like the way that looks. Nah. I do want it on this one though, but I don't think I want to do soft airbrush. I think I've changed my mind. Let's do this. That. Okay, I just want the... You want to listen to what I'm telling you to do, please? Alright, good luck with Zelda Lapras. But there were like different character cards, and there were like so like you could have Cthulhu, or there would be some other horrible thing that showed up. It was an interesting game, but a bit complicated. Ooh. Yeah, I may have overworked my wrist yesterday too, so we're just a mess today. And we're gonna lean into it. But I was cutting up carpet yesterday, which I mentioned at the start of Scream, okay, face. But I definitely picked up some carpet that was heavier than I should have with my bad wrist, which also happens to be my drawing wrist, because we love to make things more challenging for ourselves. I'm pretty sure it did actually have Cthulhu in it. I could be wrong. I am not overly knowledgeable of these things. Okay. Cleaning up edges. Okay. now to do things. I do want to merge that so that I can do clipping mask and do multiply. I think like that. That's a bit too much. That's better. Okay. I do think I'm going to need to change that for the, well, maybe not. We'll see. For the green, I'm thinking that maybe that's a bit too intense. And do purple camp, but we will see. I actually didn't want you to make a line that time. Thank you, though. And I'm probably going to clean that up on this layer, which involves actually doing that. And this layer, too big. But yeah, we're farther away than I thought we were from an actual studio space. Because I found water damage, everybody's favorite. Okay, I'm gonna change colors, go back to that color, which I should put on my little swatch up here. So that I don't forget it. They did add this little history bar for colors in Procreate, and one of the, it disconnected, of course it did. Okay, this is what I get for expecting things to work properly. And it disconnected forever ago. You guys haven't been seeing anything. I'm so sorry. You had no idea what I was doing. Okay, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Is it long enough ago that I'm going to need to reconfigure that? No, okay. This is where we're at. You missed some stuff. Okay, which layer am I on? That layer. I want to be on this layer. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm going to get this multiply layer down, and then I'm going to take a quick break to go to the bathroom, which I'm sure was information you really wanted to know. There. Which also means that I will be running some ads, so ye be warned. I will give you a warning before I actually wander off too. I think I'm probably going to change this color for there, but I might as well just at least get it down so that I know what I'm doing. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. Next question is, do I want to do the whole face of that in the shadow color, or do I want to make that a special occasion and do a lighter color on the other side? I think leaving it that bright color Then do another of these. See what that looks like. It's not changed. If I do multiply, what does that look like? Icky. That's the answer. Let's try overlay. That's better. I think I want it to be a bit brighter. Yeah. It's gonna be so pink. Okay. Okay, let's see how that looks without the line art. It looks like a watermelon vaguely. Cool. Okay. Putting that back on because we still need to do the cutting board. But I am going to run to the bathroom. And while I do that, I'm going to play some ads real quick. That's not the button I meant to push. Oh, I don't even have my thing open right now. What am I doing with my life? Nobody knows. There it is. Okay. Goodness gracious. Did do that. Did that. Oh boy. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm starting ads now. So turn away if you don't want to see them. Okay, I am back. That's not the right scene. Thank you, brain. You're being so helpful today. Okay. Now... Ooh, I need to merge that down, and that's going to ruin everything. No? Okay, good. Okay, cutting board time. Which will be easier if I hide that for the moment. Okay. And even though it doesn't really matter, because nobody will see it, because this will be behind other stuff, I'm going to clean up this line. Because I'm just like that as a person. So we want this to look vaguely wooden, without making it super complicated, because that would not be stylistically in tune. I really should decide what I'm doing for these and look up reference images like before I start. That would be smart. I think what I want to do is do kind of like just this plain color and then do an overlay, well, a clipping mask with multiply for a darker color, and do kind of just like a basic wood grain that doesn't actually match the reference photo. We're gonna make this up. And that way, if I think it's like too dark or whatever, I can lighten it up if I want to. I don't like that. I've done this before and I'm trying to remember how I decided to do it. I'll just do something that involves a lot of my brain work on a day that my brain is not working. This will go great. What could possibly be the problem here? There. Okay. No. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I think I need to just make it bigger so that I'm not maybe I just shouldn't do this at all. Who knows? I feel like it needs to have something, but maybe not this. I say as I continue to work on it. Again, a lot of this will be covered up by the watermelon, so it's not even that big a deal. Let's see. If I lighten it up, it's not too bad, I think. I don't know, I feel like it takes away. But that's also just like so boring. Maybe that's okay. We are adding more detail to the watermelon. We aren't done there yet, so maybe that'll even out. It is on its own layer, so if I decide I don't like it, I can just remove it later. Okay. Let's continue to add details to this, but I don't think I want the line art there anymore. Oh, I do want to fix that. That looks a little wonky. There are a couple of places in here that look a little funky, so let's fix those. Too big. And then we will continue on our little way here. Need that color again, please. There's a spot right here. Did not get filled in. that. So I'm going to change to this color. There we go. Okay, that part looks better. These lines still look a little messy. Let's mess with those some more. That's fine. Let's mix this one. Thank you for that. That was so helpful of you. Are you gonna do it again? Thanks. Wow. Pointless. It's probably because I have that on a different layer. Just didn't think of it. That's fine. Is it an underline issue? Underline, okay. Do you think that that line is also a little crooked? Let's just do that to clean it up a little bit. In the land of plenty, we don't know what the word no means. Give it to I think it's so funny how the Spotify algorithm tries so hard to make all the music on this playlist make sense. So it just ends up playing all of ACS in the row because it doesn't match anything else on the playlist. I think that looks really wonky. I'm not sure what the issue I'm having with it is. Maybe it's the bottom rind. Is that better? A little bit. Okay, let's see, what else? What else? We have some weird overlap color there. So let's fix that. We want violence, we want blood, we want super hero love, we want all the There's probably an easier way to do this if I like thought about it for more than 3 seconds before I just started slapping things together. But I feel like that's not on brand. Part of the point of these anyway is for me to just kind of like do things I'm not entirely comfortable with. that would be part of the point. So do need to clean this up, I think. That's better. The pink here is overhanging a little bit. So let's just do that to fix it. There we go. That's better. Okay. Vague amount of details. We do want kind of like a darker version of this, but I think I want it to be maybe more on the purple side and go like there. Maybe I want it to be more on the red side. Let's try there and see how I feel about it. Because we just want some of these spots where the seeds would be. I think that does not show up well. I think it needs to be darker. Did I make a new layer for that? No. Well, I guess I can't really make a new layer for it without the clipping masks. Well, I could just do another clipping mask, that's fine. Maybe that's a bit too intense. I want something like that. I like that better. Okay. Like this a bit. I don't particularly like how this is turning out so far, but we sure are going on a journey together, friends. Part of the point of experimenting is that not only do you sometimes find how you like to do things, but sometimes you find out how you don't like to do things. And that is just as informative, especially with art. I actually really like the way the cutting board looks now that I'm looking at it with the other stuff on it. I think that'll be just fine. I do like how clean my lines are. That's your redeem there, Lapras. I think I got my lines really nice on this. They're so nice and smooth. This may start popping a little bit better once I put the yellow in for the seeds too. I have a bad habit of judging a piece before it's done, which I think is just kind of like an everybody thing. But there really is a point in some art where all of a sudden it starts to look like an actual piece. And I have a tendency to kind of avoid or jump to conclusions, I guess. This may have been easier if I didn't put everything on one layer too, but also who cares? So I'm just gonna do spots around where the seeds are here, vaguely. I think if I can manage to get a couple of these really nicely lined, it will help add the depth to it. We've got like this little, oh, I changed the size of that. Change it back. I think that's actually smaller than I had it at, but that's fine. So we've got a few spots where seeds would be, and I think that adds a lot to it. Although you can also straight up tell that this is watermelon right now, even if I didn't add anything else to it. Watermelon is just so distinctive, I think. It's one of those fruits that's very... Although, isn't it technically a vegetable? Because it has seeds on the inside and grows on a vine, like a zucchini? Or is a zucchini a fruit? I'm confusing myself. I shouldn't try to think hard today. Let's see. Is it a berry? That would make sense too. Because you know what aren't berries? Strawberries. Humans well and truly said, well, let's just name it the wrong thing. We do have a spot there, but that's going to mess up the line, so I'm not going to do that. Let's add some yellow for seeds. I may want to pump this yellow up a bit. Oh no, I think that's fine. Well, me doing the kombucha meme. I like that better. I think I do like that better. We got a couple little seedy boys in here. And some good sized seeds over here, which won't show up as well because of the masking layer. I might actually, maybe I want to put that above that layer, just so that we can actually see the yellow. Let's see how I think about that. Maybe I want to do a little bit of a darker yellow, but not put it underneath the purple, because that's just going to make it look brown. I don't know what I'm doing with the cadence of my voice today. All over the map. Because I do think that bright yellow isn't quite the right ticket. What if I do a little bit orangier? A little bit down like that. Ah, that's better. All right. Now we're cooking. Well, not cooking. Same difference. Okay, so I'm gonna move in here with that color. Guess it's just really those ones. And then we can go back to yellow on this layer. So we do have one in here. Why are you not dropping? Oh, that's why. I'm being silly. Guess I should undo those. Do paint stroke, a new paint stroke, a new paint stroke. There we go. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. And these guys. Do you think that I need to do some lines for the highlights? Or that's gonna get lost a bit. Me being me, I want to do that in pencil. So like right here. I think I'm going to do one shade lighter to do the other side there. I probably want to do that shade there, but this one can go here. I think let's do a little bit lighter. Do sides. I don't know, this feels really boring. Maybe I do want to add texture to it. But how do I want to add texture to it? That is probably the right answer. Do you want to do a cooking mask? Don't know if you can tell on this infidel that my hands are so high. Like stars to the monkey bars, I watch a dandelions. I will need to go back and clean this up a little bit, but that a bit too bright in comparison. Sweet dreams to the terrible things, I let them disappear when life is not fair. Fresh taste when the hate's a race, I'm gonna wipe my tears away, so don't stare. Okay. We got something we can live for. Let's clean that up, and then we will do other colors with the same vibe on the other sides, I think. Okay. Do that one underneath, and that will be fine. That. Let's see how that looks. Maybe actually I want that to be kind of ready. How's that look? Intense. This side. I think I'm going to put paper texture over the cutting board. I don't want canvas texture. Where's the other one? Paper texture. This one, I think. Let's do that. I want to change the color of that to something less saturated. I think part of the reason I don't like this is because I just realized that I haven't put any shading underneath the watermelon onto the cutting board, so it doesn't feel like it's part of the same thing. I think that I want to do a green shadow, green tinted shadow. Let's do apply for that and see how I like that. That's too green. That's better. That feels a little bit better. I don't know that I was particularly successful in doing what I wanted to do, but we still made an art. I'm so popular right now. Why is everybody talking to me? Okay, that's for that. Alright. Nothing even that important. Okay, so I'm gonna sign this and then we're gonna call it done because I don't want to keep messing with it, if I'm being honest. I'll just sign in that color, that's fine. But now we have an option. I do have another drawing challenge that I can do. Or where is the thing that I'm looking for? That one. Or I have a little color organizing game that I thought we could play. I play that one on my own, like, a lot. So, do I want to sign it up there? Yeah, I do. Because I do want to stream for at least 2 hours, and we have not hit that yet. And honestly, I'd rather stream longer than that, I think. Yeah, so I have, there's 2 games, and I Love Hue Hue, like the color hue, which maybe isn't the most. I did not. Is there news? Should I know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not particularly in love with this piece. If I move this down here, do I like that better? Yes, I do, except then it looks weird there because of that. I like that better already. Small changes. But basically it's just like a color puzzle. And there's the first one which I played, and then I got the second one too, which I haven't played at all. This is the other challenge that I found when I was just scrolling Instagram. I do have the reference image right there. So that's the other option. We could egg, or we could play silly game while I just ramble nonstop about how colors work, I guess. Where did I put that? This one. I don't know if it transfers over my information. Oh, interesting. It's going to throw a hissy fit, so maybe that's not going to happen. Never mind. Zumbini's worked. Why won't you work? Is it because you only want to be in portrait mode? I will not allow. Bye. So that one works. Does the other one work now? Okay, sure. Oh, sounds. I forgot that there are things that happen with sounds. This was not made for an iPad. Can you shut up, please? Thank you. I don't think we need to listen to your music. Because this has oriented itself funny. Let's see. That's fine. Basically it's just a color sorting thing. Oh, Civ without the hexagons. Oh, that's right. You mentioned Sappho to me. I recall this. Oh, yay. Crimson Desert sounds so fun. Let me change my category really fast, and then we'll just poke at this, and if we get bored of it, we can go back to doing art or something else if we want to. I may need to restore purchases on this one because I think that I paid for no ads. Maybe? And my bitrate has been all over the map today. Let's remove the art title and go into just chatting. If it will let me. Come on, you can do it. My poor laptop is crying. Yeah, I'm like really bad about keeping up with game stuff because, I don't know, I'm just not that person. Really? You just aren't gonna let me do anything at all? Okay, there's that. Hello? Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I don't pay attention to award shows either for like anything. It's just really not gonna load. Okay. We're just gonna hang out in no category then because my laptop is going to shit itself. I say as I continue to try. Oh, there we go. Okay, it was just throwing a hissy fit. It was just doing like the constant spin wheel of like, I'm thinking about it. Okay, there we go. What I should do is add somebody who's here regularly as an editor so that they can do that for me, but I have control issues. Okay, so yes, it does remember the things that I've done on my other account. So this is not anything extraordinary. There's a color gradient. You have to move the colors to match where they would be in the gradient. And it's just kind of a fun little game where you can pretend you're learning about color theory. Or you could actually learn about color theory if you're that kind of person. I don't know. I won't judge you. I do this one a lot, like when I'm eating dinner or something, and then I get too focused on moving the colors around, and then I forget to eat. Because I have a very normal brain that does tasks really well. Yes, it is. But I think this is one of the few games in the world where it is near impossible to backseat. Because, like, what are you going to do? Tell me third green from the right needs to go left 4? Nah, I've already moved it. You're too late. Usually what I do is just move most of one color one direction because it helps to see them next to each other. But sometimes you can just tell where something's going to go right off the bat. And I'm probably going to do worse at this because I know people are watching me now. Because brains be like that. So that probably goes there. This is a little bit too dark, so it probably goes farther up there. This probably goes somewhere in that line. Oh, I'm sure somebody who is like really talented at it could figure it out. I maybe am just not creative or malicious enough to manage that. Do you go there? I don't think so. I don't think that's in the right spot either. More like that, I think. Hi, Bug! Thank you for the follow. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm just playing a silly little game because I finished my art, but I wasn't ready to stop streaming yet. I did finish the melon. I think that if I leave the game to pop back to that, it might throw a hissy fit. But let's try it. Let's find out, because it changes the orientation for me and then throws a hissy fit. That's a different thing. Here is the melon. Ta-da! It looks like a watermelon. And then I'm gonna switch back to the other thing and turn it so fast so that it doesn't throw a hissy fit. Smarter than you. Yeah, that's a mood today, Bug. I mentioned at the start of stream that I'm just like not really a person today, I think. I don't think I count. Because I dealt with some allergens yesterday, and so I'm still feeling kind of grungy, if I'm being honest. That doesn't go there. What am I doing? You are so bright, friend. Where do you go? Further over here. Loaf day. That is a good way to be, really. I'm actually kind of glad that I'm not recording my hand while I do this because I'm using my middle finger and it would look so rude. I don't know why I use my middle finger for games anymore, but I do. I do have other games on this too. If there's something else somebody wants to see, I don't know. I have, let's see, Terra Nil. I have through Netflix of all things. I didn't know they did gaming stuff, but apparently they do. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems, I don't know at what point in my life I started doing it that way. I think you go there, and I have made a mistake down here somewhere. Maybe that goes there. But at some point, as I aged, I started using my middle finger. I think it's like a white people dad habit. Yeah, I don't know. The weird little things we do. And sometimes you can figure out where you picked one up, and sometimes you can't. Does that one go there? I don't think so. I think that's too green. Yeah. Questioning things. I usually start on the darker side just because it's easier to find. I think that goes there. Do you go there? Just trying to find all their colors, their homes. No. There? No. No. Oh, yeah, yeah. Been there, done that, Lapras. There's a mistake in here. I'm gonna need to figure out what it is. Because those colors up there do not match. You cannot see what I'm pointing at. See, this is the other issue. So like, yes, it means that it doesn't look like I'm flipping you off, which I'm sure some people would actually be into that. I won't judge. But it does mean that I can't actually point to understand, make you understand something. I think I've got something going on here. That's closer. Do you go there? There we go. Ta-da! Well, customers at least deserve to be flipped off. I don't think the kids Lapras works with generally do, but customers as a whole, they should get flipped off more often than they do. For sure. Oh no. Kids are generally like a lot more understanding of that kind of stuff than like parents are. Parents are a nightmare. Yeah, sometimes it's just shit happens, man. I definitely had a habit of coming up with like super weird curses when I was working with kids that feel like a curse word but aren't really. Fudge knickers was a favorite of mine, just because you get all of those consonants that you do with fuck, but it's silly, so it makes kids laugh. So if you were in an instance where you needed to curse, then it actually diffuses some of the pressure. Because I did like summer camp stuff with kids, and there was one time where a kid dropped an entire boat on my foot. And my reaction was to scream, "Son of a sailor." And you could see the kids thinking that I was about to unleash a son of a bitch right within their hearing. And they all got so excited and then got disappointed and then immediately went into laughter because it was so funny to them. Um, I'm very fond of Spreadable Christ on a Sesame Cracker. That's a good one too. I just think that we need to be more creative with our curse words in general. I think that should go there. I don't think that's the right color. Oh, fluff is good. Fluff off. I like that. Do you go down here? Maybe? Somewhere. Son of a bee sting. That's good. I like that. This one is not a workaround. You should not use it around children, but I had a thing that I call a triple CF, which is a chocolate covered clusterfuck. That's one that I've used a fair amount. Not around kids. But you can, if you have somebody else in the know, you could say triple CF to get the message across. Sneak it under the radar a little bit. Yeah. But sometimes that's just the only way to describe a situation that you've been put in. I think that one's more blue toned. That one's more green. There's something that goes there that I'm missing, I think. I need to stop putting that there. because I know I've done that at least twice now. Some colors are more difficult for me than other colors in a way that I don't think I would have noticed if I wasn't playing a silly little game. I have a lot more problems with greens than I do with other colors. That's good, Bug. I'm sorry you hit your leg, for sure. Counters have sharp points, man. They'll mess you up. I think maybe I'm mixing up the direction those colors should go. Because it should get more brown if we get towards green with that color versus more purple down this way. Spot the off color. I don't think so. You mean like the color that's different? My brain just short-circuited. I was about to do something and then my brain just went, nah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's a whole mood, Bug. I definitely am not at my best today. I mean, that implies that there's a time I am at my best, which maybe there is, but I don't think it's right now. That's not in the right spot. Do you go there? Maybe? Secret tile. Have to pick the one that's different in a certain amount of time. Oh. No, I get it. It's just seeing different colors. I don't do well with timer stuff mostly, but maybe I'll look that up and try it later. Yeah, same, Bug. I definitely do not react well to timers in general, which includes things like tests, even if I know all the answers. Okay, I think that's the color I was missing there, which means we can boot that color out, because that color should go somewhere over here. Yeah. Okay, we're moving along. That color probably goes there. You go up there? Yes. That one doesn't go there. I think those swap. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I love puzzle games, but there are so many puzzle games that have like timed things, and it just makes my brain stop working. Like, I'll panic press any button. It doesn't matter what the button does. quick time events, more like panic. This is called I Love Hue, H-U-E. There's two versions of it. I did download the I Love Hue 2, T-O-O. This one I've played before, but I saw that they made a second one. I don't know when that happened, but it exists. Word search puzzles are fun. There are so many puzzle options. Humans really were like, oh, make a puzzle? I could do that. We love our little puzzle games. Hopefully at some point I can actually like get a computer that would let me do proper gaming, and we could have gaming days for reals instead of me just trying to play something on my iPad like a weirdo. I mean, I am a weirdo. I'm always going to be a weirdo. That's inescapable. But I could play a proper game and not just iPad games. That color goes there, maybe? I feel like there's another color here that I'm missing. But not those ones. That's better. Yeah, it definitely has different shapes, which could be more difficult. I can start that one up after this if we want to give it a look. Give it a little look-see. But I do enjoy a puzzle, and I do like feeling really smart, which color games generally do for me. That's not the right color. I'm missing one. Because for the most part, I'm pretty good with color. You go in here? I think so. Go like that. All right. Yeah, Bug, that would be cool. Right, Lapras? It's such a nice, like, chill game to play. It does not ask much of you. You can quit at any time. It's just rearrange little color blocks. I say that it's really nice and calm until you get on a color mix that you just can't figure out. And then you are filled with a rage like 10,000 suns, and you can't escape it. And you just sit there and roll the same 3 tiles around until your brain implodes. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? That's such a relatable feel. Yeah, shiny hunting is definitely like that too. I've found lately that it doesn't enact the parts of my brain that I need moved for that stuff as much anymore. I haven't done like any shiny hunting lately. But that's something else I could do once I get a proper computer, because I do have a capture card that I've never been able to use because if I try to use it, my laptop starts crying like a little baby. Which, like, I don't blame my laptop. I'm making my laptop do things she was not designed to do. She's trying really hard. And I appreciate her efforts, but I also would like to do other things. Yeah, for sure, Bug. Now you guys get to hear my random little songs that I sing to myself when I'm thinking. One of the things about this game is, and I mean really just comparing colors anytime, anywhere, is sometimes you'll see a color that you really think goes someplace, and then you put it next to something and you're like, well, that's so wrong. How did I ever think that that was the right choice? I'm missing something up here. I think that I have made an error somewhere. Over there? Okay. Go hang out with your friends, little one. Sometimes you'll see something that seems like the right brightness and you set it next to something else and all of a sudden it's just like the darkest thing you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, that's fair, Lapras. It definitely can be stingy with the serotonin, which isn't always a great thing when your brain already makes life difficult for you. Is that right? Haha! Oh my gosh, Bug, yes. So I got a Steam Deck, and on those, in comparison to a Switch controller, the A and B is switched, and the X and Y are switched. And I was having so many problems with it, and I was like, okay, I need some way to differentiate these buttons, like in the dark. I was looking up like Braille buttons and stuff like that that you can use to stick on things, and I was like, these are all too big. And then I went to look at the settings because somebody reminded me that I could just remap the buttons, and there's straight up just a setting that says use Nintendo control scheme, and it saved my life. I will kiss whoever came up with that setting. It's so good. Oh gosh, yeah, I have a problem with that too. I had a huge problem with that in Pokemon games specifically because I just save someplace random and then not come back to it for like 3 years. So I started in all of my Pokemon playthroughs. I save in a Pokemon Center because otherwise I'm just lost and I don't know what's going on. Exactly, Cassandor. It's exactly like that. Yeah, Lapras. It's so confusing. I don't know why we can't just make everything the same. I'm a simple creature. I only have space in my brain for weird murder facts. I don't have space for button schemes. Who do you think I am? Ooh, brain. React to things. Come on, buddy. We can do it. So after this one, it's I've finished the set. Not all of them forever, but the ones that are in each. I don't know what the right word is for it. They have little groupings. This is the last one for this grouping. And I'm having a lot of trouble with the top row. I'm not going to be able to tell those colors apart very efficiently. Now there's certain tones of blues and greens that my eyes do not necessarily see properly, which I wouldn't have known if I didn't play this game. Let's see, we've got kind of a pinky theme going on down here. That maybe. Ugh, my neck hurts. My everything hurts today, but I am noticing my neck at the moment. that last one? Not you. You? No, that's not right. It's not you, is it? No. Another one in between here. Mayhaps. That looks right to me. For now, at least. You are so purple. Over here? I don't know Darktide either. I feel bad. I never know anything you're talking about, Cassandra. We're just on completely different gaming spectrums. I love hearing about other stuff, but I never am just like, oh yeah, that thing. Not there. That wasn't what I meant. I don't know. I think that's a problem with me in a lot of things, actually, not knowing what anybody else is doing because I get so focused into my own bullshit that I just kind of forget that other people do things. Which I think is part of why I enjoy other variety streamers so much. It gives me some sort of connection to the outside world that isn't just my brain. Because I really do focus in on like a certain kind of game, and I would not know anything about anything else if I didn't watch other people play games. Where do you go, friend? There? Yes, okay. It's Sky! Hi, Sky! Thank you for the resub. Have I really been doing this for 3 months? That never stops being weird, does it? The reminder that time has passed. That's wild to me, though. 3 months. It only took me like 7 years to finally start streaming after I said I would. Blastoise. All right, I will add that. I'm going to leave that in the queue so that I remember, but I'm also going to write it down in my journal so that I can also pull up the photo. So that'll be next Tuesday. Welcome back, Graham. How is the store run? I see that you didn't die, so that's always good news. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's hot there, isn't it? I mean, it's like always hot there, but is it back to normal hot, I guess? Yeah, normal hot, quote unquote. Is it that one? I I guess it is. I'm just being weird. I know that the top row is not right at this point. But my eyes don't want to work on that one right now, so we're gonna work down here. I think that goes there, probably. Okay, stretchy first. Ooh. Oh my gosh, again. Okay. Oh, ow. I like that I have gotten a lot better at realizing my own limitations. So, like, I knew that my wrist was bugging me because I did stuff yesterday that I needed to do, but that was a little bit rough on it. So I actually, like, did proper stretches and used a heating pad and stuff to not make it worse instead of just pushing through like a dum-dum. There's something nice. And hydrate, that's the other thing. Slurp. Okay. I can poke this. And I can mark these as complete. Not the one. Okay. There we go. Being vaguely organized. Only vaguely, though. That's not quite the right color. The hat is, though. You go there. Maybe? Is custard and cake like a generic school dessert there? Just out of curiosity, we got Hostess cupcakes. That was our thing. The chocolate ones with the cream filling. That was our big fancy treat in my elementary school. Gotcha. That makes sense. You go over here somewhere, I think. I grew up in Oregon, though. So I didn't actually go to elementary school in Alaska. We moved up when my brother was in high school, so he did some school up here, but I didn't. I did college here. Yeah, fair. Oh, it was the so every month there was one special day where we celebrated birthdays. So we would get, if it was your birthday that month, you got an extra Hostess cupcake. And the birthday lunch was hot dogs and a bag of Lay's potato chips and a single Hostess cupcake unless it was your birthday month. And that always made me really mad because I was born in August and they regularly just didn't do anything for August birthdays because nobody was in school. So I got cheated out of a lot of Hostess cupcakes in my life, and I think that it permanently traumatized me, and I'm still mad about it. And I think that's part of why I sold my soul in 2nd grade for a root beer popsicle during field day, because the only ones left were grape. Being a summer birthday can be good or it can be bad. And yeah, Sky, up here, college regularly started on my birthday, or when I was working at the college bookstore, the first day the bookstore was open would be my birthday, which is just a nightmare. The first day that people can come get textbooks is a nightmare because usually you have like the helicopter parents and their brand new freshman baby children. And those parents are horrifying customers, like the absolute worst. Yeah, Bug's birthday was I want to say the 25th. Is that right? Am I remembering right? I have so many August birthday friends. Yes, 25th. I was right. I have my calendar right next to me. Okay, so we have completed that portion. As you can see, I've done a fair number of these because I keep playing it. Okay, I forgot that I have that like that. Let's go to the second one and see what this is like. It does have a purchase for no ads option, so we might get an ad, and I will pay for no ads on this because I know that I will be playing it a bunch because I'm like that. I love these games. They're so good. Yours is the 11th of September, right, Lapras? Am I remembering right? Not the 11th. Which day? No, it's the 20th because we match up. Who am I thinking about the 11th? Who am I thinking of? Nobody knows. I have so many birthdays rattling around in my head. Oh, so these ones just have different shapes. Yes, I know how to play your game. Just let me play it, please. I do not need a tutorial. Thank you. Yeah, 20th. I remember. We're exactly a month apart. It just took me a second. So this is similar to how the other one started out, for sure. From what I remember, at least. But these ones will make me feel accomplished because I can get them done really fast. We'll see when their ads pop up. They say that there's ads, but I don't know. I'll probably play for a few more minutes, and then somebody who's been trying to get Brain, for the love of God, trying to get affiliate. My brain was stuck on associate. Just went live. So we will go bother them. And by bother them, I mean try and help them get to affiliate. Because they are nice to me. And so they deserve all of the good things. Because that is my only reference for who is good and who is not good, is who is nice to me and who is not nice to me. That's a straight up lie, just in case you couldn't tell. But we will still go bother. I think pronouns are he, him. I'm not 100% sure though. So I won't push it. But we'll give him a few minutes to start up proper. Looks like playing Halo. They also do mini painting, like really mini painting. So tiny, so small that it impresses me. And I have also done mini painting. So we can bother them about that too. There definitely are more shapes in this one, the second one. This is I Love Hue 2, and the other one was just I Love Hue. They have added some fun shapes, which is good. I usually play this on my phone, and it's a lot harder. It's so much easier with the bigger screen. Because I have a tiny baby phone. I have the mini that they released, and it was like the last mini they're ever going to release because it didn't sell very well. So playing games like this where you have to like actually find and poke the proper square as they get smaller and smaller is a task. So maybe I should start playing it on my iPad. Seems to go a lot easier. Oh, it has a move counter too. I didn't notice that. I don't know that I want to know how many moves it takes me to figure this out. Not gonna lie. I'm sure that part of it is the RNG of where the different tiles end up too. I just got one, Sky, so if you have questions, I can, I don't know, give my non-technical opinion because I don't really know anything, but I have poked it. I'm really liking it, personally. The battery is better than Switch, for sure. Not that that takes much, honestly. Because I've been playing House Flipper on it lately, which is... Why did you just start making noise? Because you disconnected. Of course you did. Can you guys even hear that? I don't know. Here we go. I'm going to lift it up to the mic. Just randomly started shouting from the iPad because it disconnected. So maybe the trick is that I need to have the sound all the way down when it's capturing, and then it will tell me when it disconnects. So maybe we've just stumbled onto something here that will work great for the future. It definitely has a better battery. There are some games that aren't compatible with Steam Deck, so that's something to look out for if there's something like specific that you want to play, because some developers haven't. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys had double music for a second there. Some developers haven't like put in the time to make it compatible. So checking to see if they are compatible before you get them is definitely something that you should do. I'm finding it a lot easier to grip than the Nintendo Switch because it has the Joy-Cons aren't detachable, but they do have a more ergonomic shape to them that is actually a lot easier on my wrist than the my bad wrist specifically. That's a lot easier on that than the Switch is because I don't have to grip something flat, so I don't have to grip it as hard, which I think is really good. And I've only had it for a little bit, to be fair, so the battery life might go down because it's still pretty early in its life. But so far, so good. But if you have any specific questions other than me just rambling. Ooh, I don't know that one. My dad did get a Steam Deck, so I got to poke his before I decided that I wanted one. But the final straw for me was I bought a game on Switch where one of the accessibility settings wasn't working, and it still hasn't been fixed, which you've probably seen me complaining about on Tumblr. And Nintendo wouldn't let me return it. So I basically paid a bunch of money for a game that I can't play. I say a bunch, like 20 bucks. It was an indie game. And I don't want to like badmouth the team or anything because like they are a small company and the company who actually made the game itself is not in charge of the Switch version. but I finally decided that I'd rather give money to a company that wasn't trying to shaft me constantly. Because I have played a lot of Nintendo games in my life and I'm kind of over it. Because they really just don't give a shit about any accessibility settings. So. Okay, I think that we finished the first group of the second one, so I think that's a reasonable point to stop at. I am going to close out of this and reset up my capture before I forget, because I did move it around. So I'll set that back up for art. Hopefully. You want to listen to what I'm telling you to do, buddy? Because if I don't do this now, I will forget. There we go, that's better. Yeah. I get that for sure, Sky. It does look like an interesting game. Not really my thing, but it looks like there's a lot of replayability with that, which is impressive. Okay, let me get our rating set up. That's not the button I meant to push. I sure am not doing great with existence today. But I'm going to raid this person that I know, and we're gonna be really nicey-niceys. And if people just want to leave up a lurk for him, like, you don't even need to hang out forever. But he's been having some difficulty getting people to chat in his stream, which is one of the requirements, is to have a certain amount of chatters. So if you guys just want to like drop a hey and then wander off, that would be amazing, and I would really appreciate it. And I'm sure he would too. Let me copy his username because I don't trust myself to type that. Yeah, that's fair, Cassandora. Yeah, it was really good to see you, Bug. I'm glad we got to run into each other for a little bit. So I'm gonna have my brain crash on me again. I'm gonna switch to the ending screen just so that's clear that we're ending. And I'm gonna pop this raid in. I will be live again on Friday morning, and I haven't fully decided what we're gonna do that day. I do have a framing mat project that I want to do, so it might be that, or we might be working on making some wearable art. So I have some little pendant blanks that we might play around with a bit. Haven't fully decided yet. I'll decide at some point probably. But until then, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out and chatting and just wanting to spend time with me, because I really appreciate that. And it's nice to know that I have people who enjoy talking to me. So we'll go say hey, and until Friday, remember that you're loved. Take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves, please. If you can't do it for yourself, then do it for me, because I want nice things for you. And see you next time. Bye.